What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to Monday Night Madness. The Raiders are going back to Cali. Let's discuss it.
Fact is, I grew up in Compton, California. I was born a Raider. I was born with the Raiders rolling in the Coliseum in L.A. I was rolling with NWA, talking straight out of Compton, rocking Raider hats.
Clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over. Run through a motherfucker face.
I think this journey is the most special because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity playing in high school and college and then pro and then being injured and then starting coaching as a young coach.
We understand what it's about. We understand Raider Nation. We understand Raider love. Since 1966, you guys have been coming to this stadium and you've been rooting this team on to victory. You've seen this team win 3 Super Bowls. You've been here through the ups. You've been here through the downs. But you never waver.
The mental side of the game is taking me to the next level, and it's true confidence. It's feeding your brain elite of elite. And that's, I always talk about 1% and more is required, and I always say these things, but it's what I live. I see it everywhere I go because you have to constantly train your mind for greatness.
What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to Monday Night Madness. What's good, Scotty, Watty, Raider 1? Thanks
What's
for joining
happening?
us this evening.
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Looking forward to the season. I'm pushing ahead, trying to get past the draft stuff. We've already done that, and I'm looking at what we got coming up next.
Yeah, what we have coming up next. Of course, the schedule release is this week on Thursday, which we predicted, which we thought would happen, but they have officially made that the date that it's going to drop. I know we're all excited about those dates, so we can all plan which games we're going to go to. Some of our hot takes include the schedule prediction, new players signed, new numbers assigned, Josh Jacobs' little controversy out there on the web, and the Raiders moving back to Cali. Let us know what you think about it. Scott, do you have a hot take for us today?
My hot take, I'm not sure you're going to like this one, but I've looked at the schedule.
I think you say that every week, by the way.
We're all talking about what our record's going to be, but I actually went off of the schedule. What is the schedule and what teams are we actually do I think we can beat? And I came up with 14-3.
Okay.
Came up with 14-3, and our home schedule looks very solid to win at. Let me run it down real quick here. So we have Denver. I think we extend our streak to 10 victories in a row against them this year. We have Kansas City at home, San Diego, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Carolina, and Jacksonville. All those games are winnable. I said KC. I think we would split with KC. KC's going to play us tough. It's tough, but I think we can split with them. But those are all the home games. And as a little added bonus, we have 2 home games against San Diego and the Rams. So those are technically away, but they're not. They're home games for us.
I got to step all over that, though, right? This is probably not the part you're going to disagree with. So you mean we have 2 home games in total then all season? Because if you're going to count Raiders games in LA home games, then you certainly cannot count Raiders games in Las Vegas home games.
Well, I don't know which one's technically and which one's not, but okay.
I'm just saying. Raiders fans like to dwell on that issue. Oh, it's a home game. Well, at least we have one somewhere. That's all I'll say.
You're right.
At least we have one somewhere, because Allegiant Stadium certainly doesn't play out as a home game.
I got you, and I thought about that. But is Carolina and Jacksonville going to travel well? I doubt it. Is Atlanta going to travel well to Vegas? I doubt it. Pittsburgh, I can see that.
Oh, for
Cleveland,
Pittsburgh for sure. They travel.
yeah,
They're
Pittsburgh for sure.
probably up there with. I might say they might be the most well-traveled team, maybe in all of football.
They travel very well. They travel
Yeah,
very well, and
that's
I
going to
know a
be
lot
for
of
sure.
Pittsburgh fans, and Cleveland, not really. Is Denver going to come see their team get their ass kicked? Kansas City, okay, they'll be there. We get that. We get that. San Diego, whatever. But I think those are all winnable games, though. I really do. And then away again, we have Denver, San Diego. We got New Orleans
All right,
away.
if you're gonna, well, I'm gonna say this too. If you're gonna keep referring to the Los Angeles Chargers as San Diego, I'm gonna need you to refer to the Las Vegas Raiders as Oakland Raiders.
Oh, okay. Can I say LA Raiders too?
You're or LA,
No, I'm not mad at either
sure.
one.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna say, you're gonna clown them, then you gotta keep an even playing field here.
I don't have a problem. I very rarely say the Las Vegas Raiders, by the way. Anyways, New Orleans away, Tampa away, Miami, and again the Rams. I see a lot of winnable games here. We you can say what you want about the quarterback situation. However, with the quarterback that we had last year, at least at the end, we did okay, and hopefully there's some improvement there. So I think these are winnable games. The other games are another one at Kansas City away, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. Those are gonna be tough games, especially away. Those are gonna be very, very tough games to win. I have us winning those home games. I mean, clearly stuff happens. Pittsburgh always plays us crazy. They always play us wild. That's fine. Miami too. That's a tough one, but it's still winnable. I don't know. I think our season might be a little bit better than just a slight improvement, simply because of the teams we're playing, and that's what I'm basing this on the teams that we're playing. So I think we might kind of luck up a little bit with just because of schedule.
All right. Well, join us on Thursday. We are going to have a full prediction show that day once the schedule is released, and we'll be able to go over each game, home and away, and determine if we think the Raiders are going to be successful with each game week by week. So before we go any further here, remember, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and join to become a member of the channel. The drinking game alert tonight is training camp. Salute. If you're drinking with us tonight, every time we say training camp, you know what to do, because we are going to get into that as well, where training camp will be held and all of the details behind that move. But yeah, Scotty, thanks for the hot take. And remember, this show is for you. So we're going to put the call-up number up. The backstage link is already linked at the top. It's pinned to the top. If you want to appear on camera with us and discuss any of our hot takes, please do. As we said before, schedule prediction, new players, new numbers, Josh Jacobs controversy, and, well, maybe arguably the controversy of the Raiders moving their training camp back to Cali as well. So anyone want to join the conversation, please do. What's up to everybody in the chat? Raider Paul, what's good? Anthony, run through a mother effer face. That's right. That's what Marshawn Lynch said. So that's what we got to do. What's good? Jay Jackson, hello from Arizona, Raider Nation for life. Looking forward to the schedule release for sure. Baltimore and New Orleans are on the travel list. Raiders back to Cali. Yep. The weather would be hella, pun intended, I'm sure, hella better. That's my drinking game for life, by the way. If you don't know this, you ever hung out with me in real life, anytime anyone says hella, and if you're from California, that's often, then you drink. So throw that one in there too. Why not? What's good, Freddie? Raider Travis, thanks for supporting the show. Of course, as a member, we appreciate you. Of course, he's always saying optimistically 17. I've actually never seen, I don't think, Travis put another prediction
other than 17 and
0.
Yeah.
So realistically, he's going with you, Scotty Watty Raider 1 here with the 14-3. I've never seen that before. What's good, Uncle John in the building? He says, let's go Oakland. You know, that's right. Cousin April, what's good? Hey, cuz, thanks for joining us. So where should we start?
This thing about moving back to Costa Mesa, I was just reading something up on it, and then they said that they had actually planned on doing it in Napa from years before COVID. So it's kind of strange to me. They put all this money into this facility, like we were talking earlier, and we're not using it because it's the desert. Way we didn't know that Vegas was the desert, or what? I'm not understanding that. My initial take was that maybe to try to keep these guys out of trouble, but I know I don't like that take. That, oh, they're in Vegas, of course they're going to get in trouble. Like there's not alcohol and stripper poles, anywhere else in the country or anywhere else in the world for that matter.
So I haven't heard that. Is that part of the reasoning that they've
No,
decided to move?
that was my initial thought. That may be why, but I just read an article that said that it's partly due to the weather. But I just don't see that being logical.
Partly due to weather. So none of this stuff is making sense, right? I mean, I wish we knew a reason. I don't think they're giving a reason or need to give a reason. I guess they can do whatever the hell they want. They've proven that throughout the years. They don't owe the fans any explanations. But those reasons that you just mentioned, if true, this is not brand new information, right? They knew these things coming into Vegas that the desert's hot, shocking. Yeah. There's strippers, shocking. I mean, this is not brand new information. Oh, and I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to go out there. This is an opinion. You could disagree with me, but I'm pretty sure LA area has some of the hottest women probably in the country. Probably in the entire country. So if you're trying to get away from hot women, I don't think LA is the place to go, or Costa Mesa, or anywhere in Southern California, really. And also now they're away from their families and wives. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen, but if you're alluding to the fact that that's why they're moving, I mean, they're not moving away from booze and hot women.
No, they're not.
I don't think that's why, actually, but since you brought it up.
No, that was just my initial reaction because I couldn't reason it. I was like, is that why? Because that doesn't make sense. That didn't make sense to me. So, yeah, who knows?
And Raider Travis says here, we have indoor facilities, though. Yeah, a field and a half. I mean, there's a field and a half, not enough to do what needs to be done. I don't think that's the reason. Again, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. What's good, Raider Speedy? Nice to have you in here. Hola, Spicy Mother Moon and Scotty. Thanks for joining us. So let's go over some of the things, I guess, some incentives here that we have. I'm just going to kind of read these. The Raiders, and business-wise, this makes no sense to me. So let's just go over it. The Raiders will pay the city $165,000 in rent as a part of the proposed agreement, along with other community contributions. Okay. So why spend $160? Okay, to them it's probably like $1, but still, why spend $165,000 to rent a home, a used home, when you have a brand new mansion?
Yeah, it doesn't. It
makes
doesn't
no sense.
No,
makes no sense. Also, $600,000 in improvements to the fields at the complex. The Raiders never wanted to put any money into improvements in Oakland. And now they want to spend $600,000 on the the Los Angeles Chargers leftover broke down facility that they don't even use anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're up to $765,000 or $765 million.
Yeah, it's not making a lot of sense.
How much? I can't even make. I can't do
not
math
million,
right now.
1,000. I think it's 1,000.
700,000. 765. Yes, that. I know what I'm saying. I just can't say it. So thank you for helping me out there. It doesn't seem like money that is well spent. Okay, so team junior training camp for kids 6 through 12. Okay, I mean they could do that anywhere. I'm not sure why it needs to happen in a city that near Costa Mesa. Okay, that's super random. 100 tickets for local students to attend an NFL game in Southern California. What?
Wouldn't that be better spent in Vegas since you're in Vegas? Like,
donation of outdoor weight training equipment to Costa Mesa High School. I just don't understand. I mean, and listen, no hard feelings to these kids in these high schools and stuff. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, not at all.
A new mobile recreation van for programs in underdeserved areas.
Oh, like Costa Mesa? Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Costa Rica. You know where they could really use that? In Oakland. Just saying. A $10,000 donation to a local youth sports team. Okay, I don't get any of it. Good. Giving back to the community is great. Good for them. I don't understand. In Costa Mesa, by the way, which is a very wealthy city,
Yes.
very wealthy area that doesn't necessarily need that stuff. But why are they? So this is what I'm thinking. Like, why are they pandering to this area? So I can only come up with a couple things here. I mean, I guess this is a debatable as well. But really, the Vegas market for fans hasn't really hit for Raiders, right? I mean, the Golden Knights are the beloved team of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
People go crazy over them. The support is wild. You don't see that in Vegas with the Raiders.
No.
It's very lackluster.
Not
so,
with locals. Not with locals.
With locals, right. Yeah. And I mean, so are they trying to go back and pander a little bit to the LA area? Are they trying to reach and get some of those San Diego, because it's near there-ish, fans that were like left behind because the Chargers left as well? I mean, I don't know.
And again, we don't know. We're speculating, of course. But if that is the reason, I'm even more mad at it, because you can put that money in Inglewood. I'm sorry, we Inglewood kids need that more than the Costa Mesa kids. I'm sorry, it is what it is. So that would be a horrible optic. You went to a pretty privileged area to privilege them more. Come on. I'm hoping that's not it, but we don't know. At this point, it's just a really strange move. But like I said, I part of the article that I read, for whatever it's worth, the plan was going up to Napa again, to go back up to the training facility in Napa. So I don't know.
Well, why would you? I don't even understand. I don't even understand that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
Let's see what some of the commenters say. April, what's good, girl? She says, hi, Spicy. Hey, girl. So keeping young players out of trouble. Again, trouble can find you anywhere. There's gonna be booze and things to get into to anywhere, everywhere. So and surprisingly, the move to Vegas hasn't really put players in that much jeopardy. I'm surprised. I mean, we're going into year 5 in Vegas. There hasn't been a lot of issues that I know of. So
I mean, other teams have had issues, and they're in these little cities,
right?
Buffalo and Minnesota, Missouri. Like, come on,
Yeah. Ana Diaz says California needs money bad. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know that Costa Mesa is the most poverty stricken area, and I'm not sure that is why. I don't know. It's all very odd. It's all very odd to me.
Yeah.
Probably to irritate the Rams and Chargers, maybe.
Yeah, but why do we need to? Don't we irritate them when we play them, and we play them 2 times this year?
Yeah,
especially when we're in LA.
Yeah, this is true. Dallas doesn't have a practice squad in Dallas. They are out somewhere. They are in Oxnard, which is somewhat similar to, or somewhere around kind of the Santa Barbara area.
Yeah.
And there's another team that practices. Their training camp is is it the Cardinals? I feel like they're somewhere in California as well. But yeah, I don't know.
Raider Travis makes a, I guess it's a valid point. Isolate them from family distractions. Okay, I mean, all right. If that's a lot of money though, to separate you from your family for distractions.
Yeah, and why? I mean, so they could just say, I mean, the night before each game, the Raiders go and stay at the M Resort every home game to separate the family. I mean, if they want to say, okay, listen, we're having training camp this week. You have to stay, at the M, which is just miles away, for a couple nights a week. Yeah. But I don't know why you would want. I mean, is it really a distraction? Isn't it nice to be? I mean, we all have careers, and we like to go home to our family at the end of the day. So I don't know. I don't think it's a distraction. Again, we're all just speculating here, because I don't think for anyone it really makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Anthony says, I went to it one year when the Raiders held joint practices with the Cowboys. I was talking about in Oxnard, I think.
Yeah.
Oxnard is more of a Ventura. Yeah. I guess I kind of think Ventura's by Santa Barbara too, but thank you for that. So yeah, the teams that I think practice in California, in the Southern California area, if you want to count Oxnard as Southern California, the Raiders, the Saints, the Cowboys, and obviously the Rams and the Chargers. So
yeah, I don't know. Again, that they have on their training facility, they got 2 football fields. And here's the other thing. As a coach, don't you say acclimate to the environment? I'm saying if this was a weather reason, like they're trying to make it seem like it is. Yeah, we play indoors, but still, isn't it better you work out there in the desert sun and then you come play indoors for real? I mean, I don't know. I'm not. Something smells kind of funny. You know what they say? Well, if you can't figure it out, follow the money. Follow the money.
It's true.
Something seems up to me. So who knows?
Well, then I read something about it's because Tom Telesco, he came from there. He's used to it. He wants to be back in that area. These are all rumors. I don't know.
Yeah. That's another one that I hope isn't true. Don't Charger way me.
He got that mansion in Costa Mesa. He want to go summer.
Look,
you don't want to be away from Costa Mesa for too long. You don't want to be in Vegas. Come on, you got a nice place on the beach.
Yeah, and that there may be something to that.
I just made all that up, by the way.
Hey, bring us some money over here since you're the new GM of the Raiders. Bring us somebody's pockets may be getting lined here. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. Well, let's pivot a little bit here. And again, if you want to join the conversation, you can discuss any of our hot takes with us or whichever ones you like of your own. You want to pivot? Let's kind of go in order here. Do you want to pivot to Josh Jacobs? What have you heard?
This Josh Jacobs thing is kind of weird, kind of interesting, kind of all over the place. It's a little ugly. It's a little grimy. So basically, it looks like he's getting into it on social media because people think that he should have said goodbye or thank you to the Raiders a little better. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Thank them for what? Not appreciating his talent and not giving him the money he deserves because they don't see his worth.
Yeah, he doesn't owe anybody anything. Do you think the people at your job when you find a new job, hey, thanks for having me here for the past 2 years? I mean, come on. It's nice when they do. Like you get a player and say, hey, I appreciate you, Raider Nation, Raider organization. Okay, cool. But we're not entitled to that. Come on, man. I don't see that. Man, I just don't see it. Good luck to him, man. Hey, I ain't mad at Josh Jacobs. The dude's out here trying to do what he does. He worked for it. He's earned what he's got. He had to move on. It is what it is. He is saying a whole bunch about that the Raiders organization didn't treat him right, kind of wasn't loyal to him. Does that shock us?
Right.
Shock us. Let's not be blind to this. This is the Raider way. That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. It has been. It has been. Let's not sugarcoat that. But at the end of the day, maybe they did kind of treat him like crap, and maybe he did feel like he stuck around for that extra year. 2 years, I think it was, and waiting for them to do something, and he got the short end of the stick. He's not entitled to his opinion. So be it. I wish he did. It seems dumb for him to engage people on social media.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that's just an overall rule in general for whoever you are. Probably don't engage people on social media.
Yeah. Yes.
These
book fights are that's grime. That's grime.
No.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't read any of it, so it's hard for me to comment. I kind of heard what was said, but I didn't see kind of the path that it took. So I don't know if that one I don't owe you anything kind of was just plucked out of a bigger picture and was taken out of context, because that seems to be how just things work in general with media.
Yeah.
So I can't really comment on that. But because April says here, you know, he ate a bitter sandwich. He's on one. So I'm not. I didn't read the thread, so I don't know what that means necessarily. But yeah, to your point, I don't think he owns what he said was, I don't owe anyone an explanation,
right?
Or I don't own any extra praise to you or to anyone. I'm kind of in agreement with that.
Yeah, he doesn't owe us anything. Again, it's cool. It'd be nice, but my feelings aren't hurt because he's going on and do his thing.
And you know what? I'm team Josh Jacobs, to be honest. I didn't like the way the Raiders handled his situation all the way back from when they put the franchise tag on him and then he had to hold out. Like, I don't like the way the whole situation was going on. But April says, "What are you drinking, Miss Spicy?" And Mother Moon answered, because she made it. "I made her a drink. It's a Woodson whiskey with a little of this and a little of that." Whatever this and that is, it's delicious. Thank you. With an orange peel, fancy.
It looks like a margarita old fashioned there.
It's delicious, actually. It's very refreshing. Oh yeah, the orange peel. Let's talk about April's guy, AOC.
Let's talk about him.
Let's talk about him.
What are we getting into with this guy?
Oh, I don't think she can reuse her number 4 jersey now. Her number 4 car jersey can no longer be repurposed to an AOC jersey because he has changed to number 12.
Yes. Yes.
Can we talk
about that number 12, please? Can we please touch this subject?
Listen, I like it. Listen, get that kind of stain, that funk off him. You know, because they do whatever anybody says, they do look similar. I mean, they look similar.
Yeah. You know.
So distinguish yourself from that. I mean, that's going to be very clear now that it's not Carr. Some people still think that. You know, there's Fairweather fans that are, casual watchers that still think that.
Yeah, and here's the thing to me. He could have had a reason if he wanted to keep number 4. Maybe it was his first damn baseball jersey when he was 6 years old.
I think that's like all they had left.
Like, you know, come on. It just seems we're making such a big deal.
April, call in.
We're making such a big deal about this jersey number, and it's driving me crazy. And for some odd reason, this has something to do with Tom Brady. Get the F out of here with that.
That's interesting, because to me, the first names that come up are Kenny the Snake Stabler and Rich Gannon. I didn't even like
what I said.
Tom Brady doesn't even cross my mind.
And this is what I said. I was like, wait a minute. Why does it have to be Tom Brady? We've had 2 number 12s that were on our team that it could be for. And why does it have to be for somebody else? Maybe it's his mama's birthday. God, why? Like, I don't know why, but there's only so many numbers he can choose, and there's 32 teams. And guess what? Every year there's new numbers and new numbers. He's kind of limited on what he can do. I don't know. Maybe there's so many reasons why, but everybody made this about Tom Brady, and it was just blowing my mind. I couldn't believe it. I was going crazy with that. I was going crazy. You know, who cares what number you are? Put the ball in Devontae's hands. That's what I need you to do. Give a damn if you're wearing number -19. I don't give a damn. It doesn't matter to me. It's just it's amazing how these things just morph into, like, how did you get that? You know, it blows me away.
It's a slow news time. Maybe people are bored, but I don't think so. I think people just jump on this kind of stuff. You know. Yeah.
That's a lot. There's a lot of overthinking going on here. It's just a damn number. Who cares?
Carr 2.0. She said. All right. Oh. I didn't realize that she was also a huge Carr fan. I thought she was because AOC's are dude. So I didn't realize that there was the Carr side of it as well. Because
can of worms. open.
You know that can where the worms like pop out?
Yes. Like coming out like a what do you call those things? When they a gender reveal. That's what it's just gonna
A gender reveal gone wrong.
Yes.
The one where somebody gets like a black eye or something.
Yeah.
John Fallon says they are saying it because if Tom Brady would come back, he would wear 12. So now we know we are not getting Tom. Thank God.
No.
Okay, I can't with that.
Touche.
Is that why?
Okay, that's fine. I don't know the reason either. You know, that's just a whole lot. There's 100. I said this earlier. There's 100 reasons.
But people
why
are still thinking this is like a thing, and that's what
yes,
squashed it.
Yes, it's driving me crazy. Like this doesn't have anything to do with no damn Tom Brady. Okay. Maybe he aspires to have 12 kids. I don't know, man. God. Maybe he was 12 when he first picked up the football. Come on. Tom Brady.
Travis says, it's Raider Nation. Overthinking is our specialty. Yeah. Ana Diaz,
yeah.
No use in making a mountain out of a molehill. Oh, that's what Raider fans do best. Come on, girl. You know better. You already know.
Yeah.
Raider Travis, I'll take Carr back.
So
I think he's good where he is.
See, this is the thing. This is gaining some traction. And I saw pretty well thought out.
What now? Because Forrest freed up for Carr to come back?
No.
Oh.
Because next year, Carr and Prescott are going to be free agents. And if we don't have a quarterback, people are making cases. And I saw one that was kind of well thought out. And I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not saying that. But I'm like, damn, that made some sense that it would be entertained. Not that it would be happening.
Whoa. What makes sense?
That the fact that we didn't get our quarterback,
are you saying that they want Carr back? That makes sense?
Yeah, because of the timing of it. Because he's going to be a free agent and so's Prescott. I'd rather not have either one of them back, but the argument that was said, I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, I have clearly been off social media for several days because I didn't hear, and like you're like, it's like low key blowing my mind right now with all of these rumors.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Wow.
And it's a timing thing. I don't think they were necessarily.
Scotty Watty is
advocating
just
for
mad.
It. But the way that contracts are and what years we're going and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I can see how you made that argument, but all right. I said what? I said we're going 14-3, Travis. That's what I said. No, I don't. Oh, we got somebody in here. Who could it be?
We got somebody backstage. Uh-oh. The can of worms is about to pop open.
Oh, man.
The can of worms is about to pop open. What's good? Miss April in the building. Thanks for joining Monday Night Madness.
You guys are so awesome. Thanks for dealing with me.
All good. Thanks for being on. So I didn't realize you were like a Carr fan as well.
Yeah, for a long time. I mean, for 9 seasons, I loved him. I really did. When they drafted AOC, I kind of laughed about it because I didn't know they drafted. Remember, I told y'all I'm like the Olympics. I only watch the draft every 4 years, and after last year's draft when their first round they picked an edge, I shut off their. I'm like, I'm done with these guys. They're picking an edge. They're stupid. I'm like, whatever. And then like I see on social media a picture of this guy that looks like Derek Carr with the number 4, and I'm like, is this like some new AI stuff that they're doing? Like, what is going on here? And I realized I'm like, they drafted a quarterback in like I think it was a 4th round. I'm like, for like a 4th string or whatever it was. And I'm like, dude looks like straight Derek Carr 2.0. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now in the Raiders? I was like, oh my God. I actually like, I had a hard, like I told y'all, I had a hard time divorcing Derek Carr. I had a hard time. It was a divorce for me. It was rough. That's 9 years. And you want me to get over it? I couldn't, but I do like Aiden O'Connell. I tell Scotty all the time, him and I had a heated conversation about him changing his number to 12. And I don't know. It wasn't that broadcast because I was probably drunk, but yeah, I know I was drunk, and him and I were going at it, and I'm like texting, and I couldn't keep up with the text. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? And then the next morning I was like, wait a second. Why did he pick 12? Why? Like, what was his reasoning? And like Scotty said, it could be 1,000,001 reasonings. And I'm like, well, first of all, do I think Derek Carr, I know we don't retire numbers, but do I think Derek Carr is going to come back at some point? Yes, absolutely. And he's going to retire number 4. So I think that may be a thing. People are talking about Dak Prescott. I'm like, if y'all don't shut up and stop not making sense.
What did I miss? What is that?
Oh,
these are real thoughts.
This is real stuff, Spicy, and I have to read it, and I have to like ignore it. And I'm like, Dak Prescott couldn't win a Super Bowl, even if it was handed to him. Okay, he ain't coming to the Raiders. The Raiders are not going to do that. So I was like, okay, so it's got to be maybe Derek Carr could be retiring next year. I'm not quite sure. However, 12 is a very big number. I'm like, I told Scotty, I'm like, dude, he couldn't pick like 11. He couldn't pick like 7. He couldn't, I mean, like, holy crap. I don't get it. I just don't. But what it is, what it is. I've got over it. Like Scotty said, it could be 99.9 reasons why he did it. Sure. I want to know why. I'm Aiden O'Connell. I'm ready to buy all the Aiden O'Connell gear all day. But unfortunately, when you go to places, he's still number 4.
Right, so I have a conversation to have with you, April. Spicy, you're gonna have to close your ears because they might bleed right now, but I have to ask April this question.
Okay, hold that question though. Hold that question, because I do want to give props really quickly to Raider Ryan. Thank you, Raider Ryan. Shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member of this channel. We appreciate your support. Salute to you. Thank you so much.
I gotta stir the pot. Salute, Raider Ryan. Appreciate that. I gotta stir the pot here with you, April, because it's too fun with you. So what if Carr does come back, hypothetically, and it's now between Carr and AOC? Who do you want to be the quarterback? One answer, one word, no explanations, one word, one name. That's it.
Is it just for one game?
No.
Listen, look.
One word.
I can't, because I'm going to tell you right now. Right now, I am all in for AOC. Period. And I've told you all this from back when y'all were like, no, it's gonna, not you guys per se, but it's gonna be Gardner Minshew. Shut the fuck. No, it's not. It's going to be AOC, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've watched stuff on Antonio Pierce, and he is in for this kid. And I just think this kid just needs one full season to train. And I would definitely rather see Aiden O'Connell than Derek Carr. I would just like to see Derek Carr hurry up and just retire a Raider so I can throw up my number 4 jerseys and put them in the back of my closet like they already are, because I'm so sad about that still. It is what it is. You know, quarterbacks change. Everything changes. It's fine. It's fine. I'm good with it. But you wait. You just wait. You all wait for it. Y'all going to come back one day and be like,
am I the only one that would be totally okay with never seeing Carr having anything to do with the Raiders ever again?
No, you're not. You know, you are, you know what, and that's a good point. Yes, absolutely. He did what he did for us. He's the only quarterback in the Raider history that has the best, even though he didn't get to a Super Bowl, we know he was going to go to the Super Bowl, but we all know why he didn't. And that's fine. And that's what took me a long time to get over. I'm like, you know what? Time to wrap it up. Time to move on. It's fine. It's fine. But I
Well,
want to
because
see him retire.
I think we put like him on a, or not we, whoever. There are some fans that put him on a little bit of a pedestal, and I guess I don't understand that because, like you said, he did his thing, he did what he did, and now he's moved on. Because we're not sitting here talking about Josh Jacobs like that, Khalil Mack like that, and the list can go on and on and on and on and on about players who have played for the Raiders and then have moved on to other teams, and no one's talking about them retiring as a Raider. Like, so it's just little mind blowing why it's even part of a conversation, I guess. Especially when he's still an active player.
I guess the way the reason I'm saying is because, everybody just bags on Carr, but isn't it once a Raider, always a Raider?
Yeah, sure. No, you're not wrong about that. But okay. I think that is a little bit given more to Carr, like I said, than any other player that comes and goes. You know what I mean? Well, so that should be like a blanket, almost like once a Raider, always a Raider, except for I think there are asterisks. I'm not saying Carr is one, but I think there might be one or two asterisks. Oh, if we want to count like Antonio Brown, who never played a game, I don't know.
Girl, you just took the words out of my mouth.
But I don't know. Yeah, sure. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Like, he's welcome back for the alumni games when it happens and stuff. But I don't think he should be a standout. Once a Raider, always a Raider. He shouldn't get some sort of plaque or anything. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Well, that's a little bit difficult. I mean, he owns a lot of Raider records.
He held every single Raider quarterback record,
except for the winning one, the most important.
Except for the Super Bowl. But we all know in Indianapolis when he broke his fibula, not his neck, because people were telling me he broke his neck. I said, bro, are you watching the same NFL that I'm watching? But that year was the year. That was the year. And unfortunately, it is what it is. And I love Derek Carr. He's definitely not David Carr, and people that mess them two up drive me crazy. But I wish him the best in New Orleans. I cannot wait till Thursday when the schedule comes out, because let me tell you right now, I'm planning that stand. I'm planning that New Orleans game like you don't even know. I cannot.
I got a party with you, girl. I have a feeling I won't be able to hang though. We have a question. Well, it's a question for the panel here. Uncle John asked, how would our season have ended if Carr was still the quarterback? I think he's referring to the year he got injured.
In 2016?
I think so.
Year.
We would have beat the Texans in that next game because we had McGloin come in, okay? We would have beat the Texans for sure.
No,
that was a given.
It was Connor Cook started that game.
No, McGloin started that game. That was in McGloin we trust.
14. I thought it was Connor Cook who started against the Texans in that playoff game.
That was McGloin. If
all right, somebody do some fact checking for us, because I'm curious to know now.
That was McGloin. That was our backup quarterback, and I thought, oh my God, we're screwed. We're going to lose that game, and we did. We lost that game to the Texans, and it was a very sad day. I think the what Carr was doing.
It was Connor Cook.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the hell. Well, shit.
What you were saying. Sorry.
I don't. Was that? How would our season have ended if Carr was still the quarterback? I don't know if he was talking about 2016 or if he was talking about last year.
I don't know if you're watching Uncle. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. He says no last year with AP.
Yeah.
Oh. I think honestly, I really think Carr probably could have gone places. I think they would have been a little bit without Jimmy G, without that distraction, because Jimmy G was a distraction. I'm sorry. He just was terrible. I knew he was going to be terrible.
Now he's the Rams distraction. You can have him.
I don't know. I mean, you can't say, like he got us to the playoffs. With Bisaccia, so I don't know. I can't even call it. I don't know. They did him dirty, so
it's too hard to speculate those things. You
can only wonder. I thank Carr for everything he's done for Raider Nation because I love him, but I don't know why people are so angry with him. I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, like, like give the guy a break. But
for me, it's not so much an anger thing. I just like, why can't we get past him? He's gone. He's with another team. Like, who cares?
Right. And they're still talking about him. I see it.
Yeah,
all day,
that's what I mean. Like, why do we have to keep bringing him up? Not you necessarily, but like even with the number change, right. Carr's coming back. Like, dude, let that go.
No, I don't think he's coming back, but I do think at some point he's going. I know we don't retire numbers, but I think he's going to come back with 4 and retire, because he's going on his next year he'll be on his 11th season. I think he's going to retire, and I think he's just going to. I think he should do what he did, just like Woodson did, retire a Raider. You were a Raider your whole career,
Well, no, but Woodson came back to play. We don't need that.
I know, but I love. Oh, let me tell you what. That's a whole nother. I love that man. That man is the GOAT of. I don't care what anybody says. No.
I'm glad Charles Woodson came back. I'm saying we don't need Carr to come back and play. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mean him to come back and play, but he can come back and retire. He can come back and just be like, I'm going to retire.
I'm pretty sure he'll do that,
and I'll be okay with that. Like I said, I moved on from the marriage, the divorce. I'm done.
There you go.
But I like this. I like AOC, like I've been telling y'all. I tell Scotty all the time, man, this kid is going to do stuff this season, even though people have no faith in him and just want to talk the talk. And I'm like, all right, man, we'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't know. I like him.
It remains to be seen. I mean, it's his sophomore season. Again, he's got more attention on him. That can be good and bad. I think it's going to be good for him. To be honest with you, so what do you do if Minshew or AOC don't work? We end up being in the same position we were this year, begging to move up spots to get a quarterback.
Let me play the devil's advocate.
I want one of them.
Okay, but I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, because you could have got you. So say they traded all these picks for Jaden Daniel or whatever the hell his name is. What if he was a bust? What were we gonna do? It's the same thing. Personally, these 6 quarterbacks that got drafted in this first round, I think out of the 6, maybe 1 or 2 are gonna do anything good. CJ Stroud was, that was like, okay, that was. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't watch college, but
that's every single player that got drafted is under the same predicament. You don't know if they're going to be a bust. Every single one.
I don't know.
I don't understand not going for it. And this is going back to the draft. But anyways,
what I do
I'm
like,
going to leave the draft alone.
Look at I don't know. Our offensive line is sick. I'm sorry. It's sick. It's sick. Yeah. It's just sick. I like that kid Bowers, and I don't know nothing about college, but I looked into it. And I'm like, oh my God. If he's the real deal, and I hate to say this because I can't stand the queefs. If he's the next Travis Kelce, amen. Because you know what? That's what the Raiders need. We haven't had a good tight end in a long time. Yeah, Darren Waller was a good tight end, but his rat career, I think, was a little bit more important. So
I'll tell you what. Let's wrap it up. Give us real quick your record prediction, and we'll move on to the next person.
For the Raiders this year?
Yeah. Who else is there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to be bold as hell right now. We win the AFC West.
Oh wow.
I'm going to say it. I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can.
All right. Well, thank you for that very optimistic prediction. Thank you for joining us, April. We are going to let you go because we only have an hour show tonight. So salute to you, girl. Thank you. All right. Bye. All right. Let's get to some of these comments here because I think they are interesting. Going back just a little bit. Uncle John says, I think Carr would have gotten us 2 or 3 more wins at least. You know, I love you, but I disagree. In fact, Carr went 6-11 in his last. Well, I guess he didn't play the last 2 games, but the Raiders had continuous losing seasons with Carr. So I don't think that would have happened, but okay. What is good? Stem T. People in the nation think that Aiden need to go because of the Vikings game. Don't know that Daniel Hunter is the best TN not named Crosby in the NFL. Big plays happen on D too. They had 3 points. So I haven't heard this one. StemT, I haven't heard this. Yeah, the Raiders obviously failed to score. You know, I think they needed 4 points to win that game. I think that was a 3-0 game. I haven't heard that, but yeah, AOC is not the reason for that. So that's interesting. Again, didn't hear that. But Ryan says facts. We would have scored if Renfro didn't fumble in the red zone. Yeah, you know, that's a good point as well. And again, it's not I didn't think that loss was on AOC at all. Matt says Minshew worked for the Jags and the Colts last year. He beat us as a Jag for the last game, and he beat us last year. 2 great points. So the last game he's speaking of is the last game in Oakland in 2019. And then last year, of course, that game that we really needed that game. He almost went to the playoffs. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who wins this QB1. Again, I don't necessarily think it's AOC's to lose. I think it's kind of anybody's. Either one of them, I should say, Minshew or AOC. We have a 10-7 prediction here. I think that's probably more where the Raiders are. And really, they're going to need a minimum, in my opinion, of 10 games to make the playoffs. I mean, that's kind of where everything is. That was a bold prediction by April with winning the AFC West. I should have asked her before we wrap. If you're still watching her, let us know how many wins do you think that would take the Raiders to win the AFC West. Salute SoCal Sal, salute Spicy, Scotty, AOC. Raider Ryan predicts 11-16. Everyone forgets Waller's critical drop. I don't forget it. I actually was never really, I was never big on Waller. I was not really sad to see him go, to be honest. Honestly, I wasn't really sad to see Renfro go either. I think I think those guys moving on is good for was good for the team, and I hope that Brock Bowers, he does his thing. Scotty Watty's back in the building. Sometimes we go MIA at the tailgate. It's all good. That's what happens. He probably saw some tequila calling his name or a mariachi man he wanted to go dance to a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. Space B says, may she run as a Raider freaking Aiden baby. Okay. A Terry, what is good? I do think Carr would have finally picked up under AP, but hey, AP had a draft and looks like a full season under his belt. So let's go. I'm looking forward to see AP in a full season, because remember, with what he did with the team, he had a winning record. He had a winning record as interim with the games he coached.
Right, and I don't think that linebacker coaches have a playbook. So to just jump in from one week to the next with no playbook and do something with it, that's pretty solid.
Yep, definitely.
Let's not forget the people on the other end of the field. They're professionals too. They get paid too. So
everyone on that field is good.
Yeah.
AOC. I'm calling her AOC now. I was going to say AOC predicted.
Hey, wait. We need to give her a last.
Well, because look, it's AO. AO is accidentally threw the C in there.
We need to give her a made-up last name that starts with C.
I know, a hyphen name or something.
April
says 11-6. Yeah, and I think she's right with that prediction. I think that's probably where the Raiders are going to need to be. I personally don't think they're going to get to that. Listen, I hope come January of next year, somebody pulls this tape and tells me you're wrong and we're making a playoff run, and I'll be like, cool, I'm happy.
Sure, of course.
My playoff tickets are for sale, highest bidder. Home game, please. We need a home game. Raider Travis says, I'm dropping a bet in Vegas that Raiders will win the Travis. You better stop. All right, Venmo me. I'm in Vegas now, Travis. I'll Venmo me $20. I'll go down to the M and I'll put a bet on for you, and we'll see what happens. I kid.
Hey, I'm not Wes. I don't know if we will or not, but I will tell you, Denver and San Diego, they're very beatable for both. That's 4 games right there. That's 4 games. I mean, that's for one division.
Yeah. Well, should win and actually do win are very different.
Sure.
I have PTSD. I have Raiders PTSD. Sorry. Space Beast. I just saw Spicy's glass, and let's just say her cup will not runneth over.
That will not happen here.
The drinking word tonight is training camp. We actually didn't say it. Well, at the top of the show, I guess we heavily spoke about training camp. Yeah. If you're just if you're just joining us now, we have about 5 minutes left. Yeah, chime in. Let us know what you think about the Raiders going back to Cali. Can I just throw this out there? I'm just going to throw this out there.
Talk to me.
I actually do not think that the Raiders will be in Vegas forever. And in fact, I think you could see a move in our lifetime. The way stadiums are overturned these days, I mean, look at like the Texas Rangers. Their stadium was like brand new, and they're like, "Oh, there's not enough shade on one side. Let's build a new one."
Yeah. I don't think
of course, they stayed in the same area, like literally like across the street or something. But listen, I think these teams and these stadiums is very fickle now.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like everybody's getting a stadium for everything. Who knows?
This Thursday, going down.
What did that let's see. MT. Okay, guys, we need to stop the AOC. I know it was.
Question then, why are they leaving for training camp? Nope, teams would make more money in Vegas. They would be crazy to leave. Why are they leaving for training camp then? Why not put all that money they're spending? They don't $700,000. Am I saying that right now?
That's good.
I can't get this right. But why spend it elsewhere? Hey, put that if you already have state-of-the-art training facilities and you don't have to upgrade any, put that back into the community then. Right there. Boom. Donation. Along with all the other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. There was another comment here that was saying something interesting here, Spice. Steam tea. Okay, yes, guys.
We saw how much is being donated, and it's actually not that much. They're gonna donate what, $10,000 here. Yeah. You know, hey, like I said, don't put $600,000 into upgrading a training facility that's the San Diego Chargers leftovers, and donate $600,000 as a write-off to, I don't know, the city you play in. Just a thought. I think Scotty Watty's frozen again. He might have to go get another shot. He's lining up for the shots today. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, sorry. My internet keeps going in and out. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm with you, Travis. They can put some of that money in my pocket too. Good night, Ana Diaz. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be wrapping here in a couple minutes. Any final thoughts, Scotty?
No. I'm hopeful for the season. I'm hopeful for every season, of course, but
aren't we always?
Something's new, different, other than just new. It feels. It remains to be seen, but it feels new, different, not just okay. Let's see what happens. No, this feels a little different this time. Maybe I said that last year and the year before and the year before.
What? Just going into the season, like that they're going to perform better.
I think the whole AP vibe. Max Crosby's just he's out there. Max Crosby's out there. If Max Crosby was a quarterback, he would be the face of the NFL right now. He's that guy. He's that guy. We have something. We don't just have a couple pieces here and there. We have some pretty good pieces. We have some pretty good chunks. Do we need some more stuff? Sure, but we have some pretty good chunks. So I'm kind of pretty uplifted for this season.
All right. Yes, Power Raider, that is right. Watch the top of the show. We went through everything that the Raiders are going to pay. $165,000 rent. We talked about that. $600,000 in upgrades. $10,000 back into the community. 100 tickets for Raiders fans to attend an NFL game. The list went on and on. They're paying back to the schools and whatnot. Yeah, you can watch the top of the show to see all that kind of stuff. But still, they could do that in any city. So I don't know. Costa Mesa seemed like a wild card. That's all we're saying.
If you really wanted to do something, you should have done it in Vegas.
Right.
Build up your fan base in Vegas.
And again, like we said earlier as well, we didn't see the Raiders doing anything like this to improve the facilities in Oakland or LA.
Nope.
You know, they didn't see these sort of incentives. So it just seems odd. It just seems odd.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I'd like to be optimistic too. It's just, you know, like I said, I have Raiders PTSD after the Raiders in 2016 went to the playoffs, unfortunately lost that game. I was like, Super Bowl next year for sure. That was an unfortunate experience or unfortunate accident. Next year playoffs, what happens? Losing season.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I mean, everything's exciting right now.
Sure.
New head coach, new GM, Mad Max balling. You've got some, I think a very good draft class. So we can only hope for the best and see what happens. And we're going to go over all of the schedule predictions this Thursday. Join us live at 5:00 on Thursday. The schedule will be released. I'm just going to throw one out there real quickly. I think the home opener is going to be, hold on a second.
I know what you're going to say.
Let's see here. What's that?
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say? Don't jinx it.
No.
Well, it's not really a jinx because it doesn't really matter, right? It's not really a jinx. I think the home opener is going to be September 15th, Sunday, September 15th. That's my prediction for the home opener. So book your flights now on Southwest Airlines because if I'm wrong come Thursday, you can always change them. And if I'm right, maybe I saved you $39. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Like I said, join us Thursday at 5 p.m. for the schedule release prediction show. And join us on Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the Spicy Shield Talk. All right, everybody. You know how we go out. We go out one way and only one way. Raiders!
Fact is, I grew up in Compton, California. I was born a Raider. I was born with the Raiders rolling in the Coliseum in LA. I was rolling with NWA, talking straight out of Compton, rocking Raider hats.
Clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over. Run through a motherfucker face.
I think this journey's the most special because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity playing in high school and college and then pro and then being injured and starting coaching as a young coach.
We understand what it's about. We understand Raider Nation. We understand Raider love. Since 1966, you guys have been coming to this stadium and you've been rooting this team on to victory. You've seen this team win 3 Super Bowls. You've been here through the ups. You've been here through the downs. But you never waver.
The mental side of the game is taking me to the next level, and it's true confidence. It's feeding your brain elite of elite. And as I always talk about 1% and more is required, and I always say these things, but it's what I live. I see it everywhere I go because you have to constantly train your mind for greatness.